Okay. So what's your news for us today, Kelly?
We got two big things coming for the real estate market. First of all, we've got 2024 loan limits for the new year. They are increasing again, which could be good news or bad news, depending on how you take it, because that obviously means the cost of homes is still rising. So they have to increase the conforming loan limits. So for King, Snohomish, and Pierce County, those are our high balance loan limit areas. It's going from 726,200 up to 750,000
Oh, wow.
is the new conforming loan limit. So what that means for your guys' buyers is they only need a minimum of 3% down up to $750,000. So that really helps people with their down payment structure and getting people into homes with less out of pocket. So that's great news. We have another loan limit increase. But the best news, and this is really awesome, everyone nowadays is kind of jumping on the bandwagon and wants a piece of property and to be landlords. So starting November 18th, you can now put 5% down as a primary home on multi units from 2 to 4 units.
Oh, interesting.
So it's normally 15%, even as a
Yeah.
primary residence. That is now changing to 5% down for up to a 4 unit conventional primary residence. So
Okay.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I
So,
know. Yeah, a lot of people who don't buy them because of the huge down payment on them. So,
yeah. And
well,
if you buy
Finn,
it as an investment property, it's still 25% down for a duplex. But a
yeah.
lot of people also don't know that a single family home investment property is only 15% down. I think a lot of people think it's 20 to 25. But so single family investment property, 15%, multi-unit investment property, 25% down. But now primary multi-unit up to 4 units, only 5% down. So that's like
Okay.
a game changer, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
now the
that's
loan
awesome.
limit going up to 750,000, that's even more helpful because multi-units obviously are more expensive. Does everyone know that even if you don't have history of being a landlord, you can use those other limits to get approved? So whatever comes back on the appraisal, whatever the appraiser says we can rent those homes for, like if you're buying a 3 or 4 plex, whatever the appraiser says those other 3 units are going for, you can put 5% down and use um the the rent that the appraiser is
Appraisers as
suggesting.
income.
Thank you. To get approved.
Yeah.
So, you guys, this is really changing the game. If you have any clients that are interested in like really becoming investors, and that can open a whole new world for someone to continue moving forward with investing in, they'll get their first one. And then, heck, after a year, you can move out and get another one. You only have to stay
Yeah.
in your primary residence for 1 year. So,
1 year.
imagine having 8 units if you get two fourplexes for 5% down.
Wow.
That could change someone's life.
Yeah. Yeah. Get some good income if you get a good price on them and their
I
money
would look out of
makers.
Washington State,
It
but
definitely.
because they're a
Well,
lot
we
cheaper.
even in Washington State we do. It just depends on where you go. So if you're in the
Don't tell
Shelton,
your clients that, just for yourself.
Grays Harbor, yeah, yeah, area. Also, Kelly, just you and I had talked a little bit about say that you are wanting to buy an investment property and you're going to live in it or use it a certain percent of the year. Did you happen to look to see how much of the
Oh, how
percent
much
of the
time
year
of
that
year?
was?
You know what? I'm going to send an email right this second to ask Gus, but I forgot to look into that. I'm sorry.
So we were thinking it's 60%. So say that you were buying a house someplace that you knew you could um, do an Airbnb in. And as long as you were there, a certain percentage of the time you could buy it as a personal property, as long as, or not, or primary property, as long as you don't have. I'm not that we're gonna. She's gonna look it up. Because I'm thinking as long as you don't have another one that's already your primary. So that's something that I think we all want to know, and it's really important for me to know because I'm looking for a place as well.
So your question is, if you're buying a home, what percent of time do you need to live there to consider it a primary residence?
Yeah, what percent of the time per year do you need to? Yeah, how many months per year or percent? I guess.
Okay. I
Okay,
submitted the question, but they take like 24 hours to get back to me. So I should have it by
that's
more.
fine. We got next week. We can get that question answered by next week. All right. All right. Anybody have any questions for Miss Kelly? All right. So Kelly's with Movement Mortgage.
From your
Didn't
location.
say that at the beginning.
Unless your employer validates that you work remotely.
I just Googled it. Sorry.
Oh,
It
yeah.
said you must live within your primary residence for a majority of the year. So I don't know what they consider majority of the year. You must
Yeah,
live there at least 1 year after closing. So that's the basics we already know. Your
right.
primary residence should be within a convenient distance from your location of employment unless your employer validates you work remotely. I feel like they're going to say 90% of the year for primary, but we'll ask,
Yeah.
we'll get the question answered.
Okay. Yeah, that's not what I've heard before, but it'd be good to get the true answer to that. All
I will
right.
have it for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have any questions? All right, cool. So one of the things that I mentioned on the text that I sent out and also posted on our Facebook page, that we were going to talk about the 4 things that were the most important things you could be doing right now to